I knew about it from the Don Siegel film, and then I tried to forget the film, and I got the book, and I thought, how would I start over, and how would I adapt this story and try to forget the film? I'd never heard about this group of women that were very isolated, and they were raised to kind of depend on all these people, and they were just totally on their own and kind of trying to keep up a life that didn't exist anymore, and they didn't even know how to do. And so that was interesting to me. It's kind of the story that I feel like I've never seen told before.
We ask for your protection over our school, and we pray that we will be kept from harm throughout the night. Amen.
I feel like the way women communicate is very different from men, where there's a lot communicated with non-verbal cues, and the tone can say so much. And I'll be in some situation, and a woman will like barely say anything, but it communicates so much, and a guy's like, what, she didn't say anything. There's all that kind of those dynamics that I wanted to explore. And I was really happy to work with Philippe and to be able to shoot on film, because I don't think we could have made it look like that without being on film. So we shot on 35 millimeter. And I did want it to have this gauzy, very feminine, romantic feeling. And that whole idea of this character coming in thinking that he's in this lovely lady's world. Right. And you have no idea how violent that could become.
Bring me the anatomy book.
Who was the first person cast?
When I first thought about doing it, I thought, oh, Kirsten can play the school teacher. I love working with Elle, and I thought, oh, no, she's old enough to play the slutty one. And then I've always loved Nicole Kidman, so when I was writing the script, I thought about Nicole in that role, and it helped me so much to write the part, because I could just picture all her little kind of twisted embellishments and sense of humor. And then Colin, which I think was the trickiest part, because he had to be this kind of hunky sex symbol that the girls at all different ages you could believe that they were into. When I met Colin, he's so charming, and the character in the book actually was Irish. So when he spoke in his accent, it just adds a whole other layer of exoticness.
Yes. But working with the younger kids, were there certain challenges?
It was really challenging because the hours are limited with kids. We'd be shooting a really intense scene, like when he busts into the kitchen, and then we'd lose half the girls to go to school or have to leave. So then Nicole and Kirsten would have to act without anyone else, and then Elle would read out the other girls' parts.
That dress is very becoming, Miss Edwina. Thank you.
I think one of the most challenging things with these dinner scenes, because you have to choose who your point of view is, and we were very clear about when we're looking from his point of view and the connection between each character, and it was like a puzzle to figure out, because we really wanted to emphasize where the camera was is where the point of view is.
So you guys shot in Louisiana?
So the interiors in a house in town.
It was Jennifer Coolidge's house?
Coolidge's house.
How did that come about? Did she offer her house? Or?
No, we just were with a location scout and we found this beautiful house, and it turned out that was her house. So I was really happy that we got to, and I got to meet Jennifer Coolidge, which was exciting. And then we shot the exteriors in a plantation outside of New Orleans, which was very strange. I've never visited one before, but it has such a dark history, and I think it gave a lot to the film to shoot in a real location with those oak trees and the Spanish moss, and something about the nature kind of imposing in on their world, and the violence.
Was there like fog machines?
I've never seen so much smoke. I didn't know that you could have smoke machines all the time. But Philippe Lesord, our cinematographer, was was really dedicated, and also the lighting, what part of day we can shoot, and it was a very short schedule. So
how long was the shoot roughly?
It was like 28 days.
When this film was awarded at Cannes, found out after you'd left the festival.
Yeah, I went home instead of kind of hanging around, but I didn't hear anything, so I sort of thought, okay, that was that. I remember they called us on Sunday morning, I guess, and said that you're getting an award, but you don't know which one, and it was very exciting and surprising.